there's this quote by Diane Satterfield from the 13th Tale, and she says, there is something about words. In expert hands, manipulated deftly, they take you prisoner. Wind themselves around your limbs like spider silk, and when you are so enthralled, you cannot move. They pierce your skin, enter your blood, numb your thoughts. Inside you, they work their magic. That's something that I've kept close to me for inspiration. I'll always go back to that. I think it's beautiful. I love how she's used words in that quote to really paint this picture of the power of words. Social media has changed the way people communicate. So I think a lot of people are afraid that means the end of writing or the end of long form writing as we know it, or books. To me, that just means that I think writing will change and communication will change. Will AI basically just take the place of writing? So we tell AI to go write our book, or is it going to help us write it? And I personally, if I build this tool and it actually has traction and it goes far and we can change how people write, I want to be on the side of, no, we bring writing back into the forefront of people's lives, that people are actually writing, and that we're doing this to actually become a better species. We try to also teach writers who come to the tool, how do you break out your goal of like, oh, I want to finish this thing into small, achievable parts. Like, what does that really mean? Let's break that out for a second. How do we make that undefinable step into something like very definable and achievable and like accomplished? They should be feeling like they're part of something innovative. I think these core values are unique too. They're not just like initiative, like one word things. I think they really truly reflect the fact that we are a writing startup. Like, we're using minimal words here to really show a strong message. So I think there is something beautiful and poetic about our core values that I'm really proud of. The reason why you started something, like the passion behind it, or your ability to problem solve and imagine the world as it should be, not as it is, that's when that comes into play. And you need that to get through the tough moments. If you don't, then all you have is like a set of books and blogs that you've read, and that's not enough to get you through. Like, no one's written a blog about your story. Like, you can't just follow someone else's guidelines. You don't have to take the world as given. Like, maybe you should be looking at the world as it could be or should be instead of the way it is. Growing up in a library, I had no mirrors on my own. Like, I couldn't look into many storybooks or the names of authors or the characters that were being written about, or the stories, and be like, yeah, I relate to that.
Right.
I was in a minority because of my gender, because of my race, because of my background. So I really enjoyed stories where women were empowered. You can't stop the ebb of technology, right? There will be emerging technology out there that will change the way we work and communicate. And I want to be at the forefront of that. I want TheRightMargin to be at the forefront of that. That's sort of the vision, or that's why I'm in this. And this is my attempt at moving it into the future along with all the other cool stuff out there, so that we don't forget, the power of words.